Lots of people like to use the phrase, I was there. I was there when William and Kate shared their balcony kiss with the world. I was there when Martin Luther King told anyone that would listen that he had a dream. Well, now it's my turn. I was there when England won 5-0 against the worst team in international football. Exciting. This was only the second time I've been to Wembley. It was my very first England match, so I got there nice and early, wanted to take in all of the atmosphere, and when we walked into the stadium, I realised that the words I'd used on my channel, even though it seats 90,000 people, you get the feeling that the seats right at the back, at the top, still feel like you're really part of the atmosphere and you still have an amazing view. It was just incredible. Yeah, those ones. I realised they were about to be put to the test because our seats were right up in the gods. There was only 4 rows behind us, but we still had the most incredible view. And even though we were so far back, the atmosphere was electric. All the usual pre-match stuff happened. It was hilarious. They kept showing members of the crowd on the big screen, and there's always that moment's delay when you see yourself on the big screen and you do this kind of... Then the match got underway and England played really, really well. It was clear from the offset that San Marino's tactic was defend at all costs, which is fine, because at the end of the day, they know they're not going to beat a team like England, so if they can come away with a draw, that's fantastic for them. What it did mean, though, was that England had to work really hard to get near the goal, because when an attacker burst into the penalty area, he was immediately descended on by like 4 defenders. And that's impossible, really. It's 1 against 4. So the fact that England managed to score 2 in the first half was really impressive. Once again, I managed to capture one of the goals. And once again, it was a penalty, so I had warning. As the match went on, I kind of got the feeling I was watching a live highlights show, because at the end of every break, I'd sort of look away and have a chat, and then I'd go back, and they were starting another break. England scored 5 goals, and they were 5 pretty impressive goals, 2 for Rooney, 2 for Welbeck, and 1 for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, his very first in an England shirt. It was good kick-off practice for San Marino. By the 70-minute mark, Joe Hart started to look like a sim when you leave it to its own devices. He was kind of just wandering around without knowing what to do. The only thing missing was a giant floating green triangle. So all in all, I had a great day out. It's always nice to see your team win, especially that emphatically, and for my very first England game, I was happy as Larry. Not quite as happy as Larry. Larry was the guy 2 rows in front of me who took his shirt off and started running up and down the aisle singing God Save the Queen. We all laughed and stuff, but after 3 verses it started to get a bit uncomfortable. That's it from me. Normal service resumes next week, the Premier League back in full force. My match pick is going to be Chelsea versus Tottenham. It's a London derby, that's always exciting, and these 2 teams are in absolutely fantastic form, so I think this one is going to be a corker. I've been Daniel J. Layton vlogging for... Sorry, I'm sticking with national pride, greatbritishposters.com.
Head over to the GB Posters, they sell posters and other things, and it's good, so good.